In today's video, I am going to explain muscle anatomy that can be caused for tight hip. But what kind of hip movement? When you do kind of this yoga pose, this is lotus pose. Lotus pose or just sitting cross-legged position, your knee doesn't touch floor. You know what I'm talking about. Your knees kind of go up. That means your hip joint is tight. I want to focus on 3 places today. First place is inside of thigh, right here. I want to focus on one muscle group. That is this one. This is adductors. Adductors or adductor muscles. This is group of muscles. Okay. Function of adductors is, of course, hip adduction. Hip adduction. This sitting pose requires abduction. Okay, hip abduction. Hip abduction is opposite movement of hip adduction. Adduction is leg crossing movement. Abduction is leg opening up movement. So when you want good sitting pose, you need good abduction. Okay? What happens when adductors get tight? This tightness brings hip joint to adduction position. That means you cannot go for abduction movement. Does it make sense? So your knees don't touch on floor because your legs are kind of broad superiorly because of tightness of adductor muscles. Does it make sense? Again, important muscle is adductor muscles. They do adduction. However, you need abduction for good sitting position. This is number 1, adductors. Then there's one more key movement for good sitting position, good sitting cross-legged position. That is external rotation. External rotation is you twist hip joint outward. This is external rotation. See, her legs faces outside. This is external rotation. What kind of muscles are necessary? Okay, let's go to posterior hip muscles. You see muscle groups here. There are 6 muscles in this group. This is deep lateral rotators. Deep lateral rotators or lateral rotators of hip, however you want to call it. I say deep lateral rotators. There are 6 muscles. This one is piriformis. This one is gemellus superior. Gemellus superior. This one is gemellus inferior. Gemellus inferior. This one is obturator internus. Obturator internus. And this one is quadratus femoris. Quadratus femoris. But wait a minute, there are 5 muscles. It's not 6, that is 5. Good point. I'm going to explain the last one later. Anyhow, these 5 muscles plus one more muscle is so important for external rotation. I think this is the key place for external rotation. Of course, other muscles such as gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, gluteus maximus do external rotation. However, these muscles are deep muscles, so they are important for hip external rotation plus stability. This is very important. Thus, you need good coordination of deep lateral rotators to accomplish good sitting position. Again, important movement is external rotation. Does it make sense? And one more thing. you need to have good flexibility of deep lateral rotators. If they are not flexible, they can't move joint. Does it make sense? Flexibility and contraction is very important for joint moving. Thus, you need two movements to accomplish good sitting position. Hip abduction. You need flexibility of adductors. One more movement, external rotation. Deep lateral rotators requires good contraction and good flexibility. And let me explain the last muscle. Okay, you are looking pelvis from anterior view. The last muscle of deep lateral rotator is this one. This is obturator externus. Obturator externus. I just showed you obturator internus. That's this one. However, obturator externus emerges from anterior part. This is very important thing. This muscle, of course, does external rotation when it contracts, but important thing is fascial connection. This part is super important. Why? I want to add one more structure. This one, this white shiny structure. This is ligament. This ligament connects pubis and femur. This is pubofemoral ligament. Pubofemoral ligament. This ligament is very close to obturator externus. There is fascial connection between these two structures. What happens if this muscle gets tight? This tightness can affect for ligament. Why is ligament important? Because ligament connects bone and bone, and that is important for joint stability. Then pubofemoral ligament has myofascial connection to obturator externus. What happens if this part gets tight? You cannot open up leg. What is essential movement for this sitting position? That is external rotation. Imagine what happens if your obturator muscles and ligament gets tight. Maybe the tightness creates kind of knees up position. This is tight one, right? Thus, when I do myofascial release around obturator externus, this area, range of motion is hip drastically changes. This is so important place for hip movement. I explained 3 parts today. One part is adductors. This is important for adduction, but you need abduction. You want flexibility on adductors. Second one is deep lateral rotators. These guys need to contract, plus that they need good flexibility. And last one is obturator externus. There's important fascial connection with ligament. I hope you can apply this anatomy for yoga practice, Pilates practice, and for stretching. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. See you next video.